audio. As a child growing up in the tropical island of Puerto Rico, I was always seeing commercials on TV about the dengue virus, and I always assimilated the mosquito as being the dengue virus itself. Wasn't too knowledgeable at that time when I was younger about what the dengue virus was, so I always thought it was the mosquito. In my speech, I will cover the following topics. What is the dengue virus? How is dengue transmitted? What areas of the world is dengue prevalent? What communities around the world are doing to stop the disease? And being aware when traveling abroad. Dengue is a painful and debilitating disease. Dengue fever has signs and symptoms of high fever, muscle and bone pain, fatigue, rash, nausea, and vomiting. Severe dengue comes in with severe internal bleeding and shock from internal bleeding. Dengue is transmitted from the female mosquito Aedes aegypti. The mosquito itself is called the vector. That means that the mosquito itself is not positive for the disease, but it carries the virus with itself. There are 500,000 estimated severe cases per year, tens of millions of estimated cases of dengue fever per year. There are also an unreported amount of individuals which are able to get immunity from the virus itself. The problem with that is that if one individual gets immunity, there's 4 different strands of the virus. So if one individual gets immunity from one strand, then if that individual is exposed to the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th strand, it creates a combo that becomes deadly, and that's where the problem lies. So immunity is not really a benefit when it comes to dengue virus. The dengue virus and the mosquito Aedes aegypti is prevalent in the tropics, Central America, South America, Africa, and parts of Southeast Asia. 3 billion people are at risk for dengue transmission throughout the world. Increases in socioeconomic status and water management systems in the United States give us the advantage that others in the world do not have. Having window screens help to minimize transmission. Though something that simple, in third world countries, people do not have the means to obtain those commodities such as window screens and water management systems. Communities around the world have been able to fight back the spread of dengue virus by utilizing many techniques. However, it is important to state that even though it is important to engage the government and the resources that the government can provide, it's most important to involve the community and the individuals in the community. Dr. Eva Harris, she's a public health professor from University of California, Berkeley, discovered in Nicaragua that if you break it down to the community level and involve those individuals, you can engage the community in educational sessions that cover topics such as what is dengue and how can it be stopped. Once the goal of educating the community has been achieved, then it is time to organize the community and they created like different leaders, teams actually, with a leader in each team, and they were able to go out throughout the community and be able to spread the knowledge that those individual teams and team leaders were able to learn on how to stop the disease. They also had cheap but reliable kits to identify dengue in water sources. Eventually, these teams went out into the community to educate other members of the community and be able to test their water. This community education and involvement is highly effective in fighting the dengue virus. Another prevention method is to get rid of water sources where mosquitoes are reproducing. Therefore, if you stop the vector from being born, then you can stop the disease from spreading. When traveling abroad, some of the protective measures that college students have taken throughout the years when traveling, they purchase bed nets out whatever country they're going. Usually there's a prevalence of that disease, of the dengue virus. They'll have bed nets available everywhere for sale. And then also using products such as OFF can also help decreasing the risk for the disease. Another thing is, do not smash the mosquito. Flick it off. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my speech. Today I have covered what the dengue virus is, how it's transmitted, areas of the world with cases of disease, how communities have attacked the problem, and being aware when traveling abroad.